Thanks for
Good,
speaking
thank
to me. I appreciate it. I really enjoyed the series. I watched it straight through. Probably shouldn't admit that, but I did. I
you. That's
watched the whole.
amazing. That's dedication.
It's
Yeah.
a funny show. I really enjoyed it. So what was it about it that made you want to do it?
I think like there was so many factors. I think the factor was period, and I hadn't really done anything of this era before, and I knew that the costumes would be remarkable and really really fun. I mean, I didn't get to wear the kind of glitzy. Well, I did in one scene, the glitzy glamour, like jewels and everything. I did in one scene, so I was happy with that. But yeah, I mean that and the fact that like I think it was a really great part and like really interesting character journey. Um, and I loved the relationship between Susanna and Jane and kind of the complexities of female friendship that can exist sometimes. I felt like that was written really beautifully. And then also the team behind it. It felt like it was kind of a no-brainer to be working on a prime series with loads of incredible women whose work I really admire.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might have had it both the best way though. You got to wear the pretty gown without having to be in a corset and uncomfortable the whole time.
Absolutely. I got to wear trousers most of the time and I saw the girls. I mean, I was wearing a dress for when I was still working in the palace with Jane and fell over many, many times. So I was glad to be put in trousers for the rest of it.
Sounds like what how I would be. I'm clumsy.
Yeah.
What part of the character did you have the easiest, and what part did you have the hardest time connecting with?
That's really good. I feel like I think I really connected with her sense of when she leaves the palace and thinks that she has to obviously find her people ASAP because she's in peril by being out by herself and obviously with her the secret that she's holding. So I think I loved and I found it quite easy to just because of my own experience, I guess, like when I moved from Ireland to London, you kind of find your pack, pardon the pun, and you find your people who you connect with. And I think the empowerment that Susanna felt once she found that, especially in a community like and in the society that they're living in, where people, obviously it's kind of a fatal error if you admit to someone that you're Ethiopian. Like it's just, the stakes are so high. And then what I found difficult, I think like yeah, I've said before, like she's very forthright when it comes to flirting with men, and that's not something that comes naturally, particularly to me. So I think that was, yeah, I kind of just had to go at it with all guns blazing and pure confidence, which was making
I,
it to
I
make.
I was just gonna say I usually ask people, did the role teach you anything? Has that changed now that you played her at all,
I
or is
mean,
it still
no,
not?
like, it is not really changed. No, I mean, yeah, I don't have much need for flirting, thank God, because I'm. But
No,
yeah,
you just made me wonder. So let me ask you this: what if you could turn into an animal? What would you want to be?
I've said some others. I'm gonna go for something new.
Okay.
Maybe like a horse. I think obviously it's not great for Guildford. I wouldn't want it in his with his limitations, but I think a horse would be amazing, just like the power and the speed that you could have and beautiful long hair as well.
That would be fun. Do you have a favorite part of the set or the location, I guess, either?
I loved the tavern. I felt that that was just quite magical, and it felt completely when we were filming those scenes. It felt completely real, and I think as well because we had shot the like exterior of the tavern at one point, and then went and shot the interior later in the studio. That like that world was so clear to me in my mind. It didn't feel like I really needed to imagine any of it. Um, and when there was so many extras, like the atmosphere in that like on that set was amazing.
All right, great. Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. So thank you. Have
Great.
a good rest
Thank
of
you
your
so
day.
much. Take
Sure.
care.
Bye bye.